I strong, big up yourself, quote the melody say. Big up the positive vibration. I strong radio. Deal!
Back in the days. Dignitary stylish, what? Yeah, man, it's all about DJ Mickey and Ice Strong. Real foundation. Dignitary says, Spagaloba Laba, Spagaloba Laba, Spagaloba, Spagaloba Laba, Spagaloba Laba. Right there. Just send me come. I just send me come. Just send me come. I just send me come. Anyway, now back.
Top of the moment to you folks. Welcome to the channel. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff here on Positive Vibrations YouTube channel. Also, remember to visit the Positive Vibrations Network by clicking on the description or scanning the QR code. Positive Vibrations Radio. Help us to build. Like, share, subscribe. Blessings.
The Great Jamaican Slave Revolt of 1831-32, also known as the Baptist War, Sam Sharpe Rebellion or the Christmas Rebellion, was a pivotal event in the history of Jamaica and the larger struggle against slavery throughout the British Empire. This uprising, which involved up to 60,000 of the 300,000 enslaved individuals in the colony, was led by Samuel Sharpe, a black Baptist deacon, in the western end of the island and lasted for approximately 11 days. Primarily St. James, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, possibly parts of Manchester, etc., was the main battlegrounds for this Emancipation War. Despite its ultimate military failure, the revolt played a crucial role in the abolition of slavery and marked a turning point in the fight for freedom and rights for the enslaved population. The uprising began really on Christmas Day 1831, even though fighting did not commence until December 27th when fire was set to the so-called Great House in Kensington, St. James. The context of the rebellion is important to understand, as it provides insight into the conditions that led to the uprising. The missionary-educated enslaved had been following the progress of the abolitionist movement in London. Their intention was to call a peaceful general strike. Compared with their Presbyterian, Wesleyan, and Moravian counterparts, Baptist enslaved seemed more ready to take action. This may have reflected a higher level of absenteeism among white Baptist missionaries. The relative independence of black deacons facilitated enslaved taking greater ownership over their religious life, including reinterpretations of Baptist theology in terms of their experience. For example, they placed an emphasis on the role of John the Baptist, sometimes at the expense of Jesus. The Baptist Church, especially in the South of the United States, was similar, where enslaved Africans maintain many African traditions along with Baptists' principles, knowingly and unknowingly. In Jamaica at the time it was referred to as Native Baptist. Traditional African and African retentive principles mix with Baptist theology. Sometimes one would even find that the Baptist facade is a camouflage for the African tradition, which was at times the foundation. The rebellion was inspired and led by Samuel Sharpe, who was affectionately nicknamed Daddy Sharpe. His military commanders were mainly literate enslaved, and they played a significant role in organizing and leading the revolt. The rebellion soon escalated, with enslaved individuals setting fire to estates and engaging in armed resistance against the colonial authorities. The colonial response to the rebellion was brutal, with approximately 500 rebels killed and an estimated 310 to 340 enslaved Jamaicans executed through various forms of judicial punishment. The reaction of the plantation owners and the government was far more severe than any actions undertaken by the rebels, leading to widespread property damage and destruction, as well as the arrest and mistreatment of missionaries who were suspected of encouraging the rebellion. The aftermath of the rebellion had a lasting impact on the enslaved population and the broader political landscape. Hundreds of enslaved individuals ran away into the cockpit country to avoid being forced back into slavery, and many remained free and at large when the British Parliament passed the Act abolishing slavery in 1833. Historians argue that the brutality of the Jamaican plantocracy during the revolt accelerated the British political process of emancipating the slaves. The House of Commons expressed outrage over the mistreatment of white missionaries by white planters, leading to the passage of the Slavery Abolition Act in 1833, which ultimately led to the unconditional emancipation of chattel slavery in 1838. The Great Jamaican Slave Revolt of 1831-32 was a pivotal moment in the fight for freedom and equality, and its impact reverberated throughout the British Empire. Despite its initial military failure, the rebellion played a crucial part in accelerating the abolition of slavery and shaping the future of Jamaica and the wider struggle against oppression and injustice. The individuals who participated in and led the rebellion, such as Samuel Sharpe and his fellow commanders, played a crucial role in organizing and leading the resistance against the oppressive system of slavery. Their bravery and determination in the face of great adversity paved the way for future generations to continue the fight for freedom and equality. The rebellion also highlighted the resilience and strength of the enslaved population, who were able to organize and mobilize on a massive scale, despite the harsh and oppressive conditions they lived under. The aftermath of the rebellion prompted significant changes in the political landscape, and the actions of the colonial government and plantation owners were widely condemned for their brutality. The mistreatment of missionaries and the widespread acts of punishment and revenge against the enslaved population contributed to a growing outrage that ultimately led to the passage of the Slavery Abolition Act in 1833. This legislation set the stage for the eventual unconditional emancipation of chattel slavery in 1838, marking a pivotal moment in the history of Jamaica and the wider struggle against slavery in the British Empire. While the rebellion itself resulted in significant loss of life and widespread destruction, its impact on the eventual abolition of slavery cannot be overlooked. The individuals who participated in the uprising and the leaders who emerged during the revolt were instrumental in shaping the future of Jamaica and the broader struggle for freedom and human rights. The legacy of the Great Jamaican Slave Revolt of 1831-32 continues to be remembered and honored, as it represents the resilience and bravery of those who fought against the oppressive system of slavery and paved the way for a more just and equitable society.